So PB is one of my favorite spots in San Diego. I mean, I grew up here in the 70s and I've worked here for, I don't know, over 25 years carrying mail. I love PB, but no doubt this is the party area of San Diego. Not everywhere. I mean, there are plenty of people that have nice little homes they've lived in for 50, 60 years, and you know, they don't want all that nonsense. But again, they understand they live in PB, and this is where people come to party, especially in the Garnett area. They're not going to tolerate that 10 blocks from Garnett. You know, if you want to be an idiot at 2 in the morning in your apartment, someone's going to call the cops on you. So keep that closer to Garnett. If you do live closer to Garnett, expect your neighbors to be bartenders and, you know, up all night. So there's going to be more noise than if you get a little further away. So keep that in mind if you're moving to PB. But if you're a young person or young at heart, this might be the place to come to have fun at the beach bars and the California scene here in San Diego. It's Pacific Beach. So as you walk onto Crystal Pier here in Pacific Beach, there are these old cottages. It's a little hotel, but there is public access for the pier. So you just continue walking down and you can walk out to the end of Crystal Pier. And this is your view off of the cottage balcony. So not a bad view. That's waves are a little blown out, but guys are still out having a good time. Ooh, wiped out. This is Crystal Pier here in Pacific Beach. They got a Christmas tree set up and guys are hanging out fishing. It's kind of a rare cloudy day here in Pacific Beach, but you can see the condos that line the coast. Pretty expensive real estate, but again, you have a perfect view of the beach. Okay, this is the place to come for breakfast burritos. Konos, right by the pier at the foot of Garnett. Really, really good food. It's all homemade, and there'll be a line of 20 people waiting for burritos, you know, on a Saturday morning. Garnett, coming off the pier for 10 blocks, is just nightclubs and beach bars. There's a Moonshine Beach here. That's like a country nightclub. So if you want to come to San Diego to party it up, move to Pacific Beach. If you live anywhere within a block or two of Garnett, it's going to be noisy day and night. There's going to be people leaving the bars at 2, 3 in the morning and you know, doing things in the alley and lawns that might keep you up all night. So keep that in mind. If you want to come to Pacific Beach to live, move 6 blocks, 10 blocks from Garnett. You'll be close enough to ride your bike to all the bars and have fun, but it'll be quiet enough when you head back home. You know, you're far enough away from the main party action. So Garnett, Grand is another big street. If you live in between those two, it's going to be a little noisy. One of my favorite places, the Tavern. We've been going in there, all us mailmen go in there and watch football. The Tavern is just kind of a landmark here in PB. Nice beach bar. There's no shortage of taco shops here in Pacific Beach or coffee places. There must be a dozen tattoo places right here on Garnett. If you can live from Turquoise Street in North PB, somewhere in between Turquoise and Garnett, somewhere in the middle there, you'll be far enough away from all the noise of Garnett. Yet there's cool little beach bars like Latitude 32 There's a dozen of them, you know, in between here and Garnett, where you can just ride your bike over and have some drinks and be far enough away from the chaos of Garnett, yet close enough to ride down there a couple of times a week, or, you know, whatever it is you want to do. So at the foot of Tourmaline Street here in North PB, you'll find Tourmaline Surf Park. It's also called Old Man's, because guys in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and older, this is where they like to come. It's kind of a mellow break. And some of the people out in the lineup, you know, they might be legendary shapers. Some of the original guys that started the surf industry, not only in San Diego, but just started it, period. So Old Man's or not, it's just, okay, here's an old guy like me. It's just a mellow break to bring the longboard out and have a good time. Don't be afraid to learn here at Tourmaline. Just stay out of the middle of the lineup. Get off to the side over here and learn. And you know, as you get better, you can go over into the main break. But the last thing you want to do is get in people's way when you're learning how to surf. These guys in this main break here, you know, they might have been surfing every day for the last 50 years. So Larry Gordon passed away. Larry Gordon, part of GNS Surf, and he has his bench here at Tourmaline along with Skeeter Malcolm. Family put up a bench overlooking their favorite surf park, Tourmaline. Yeah, there's no shortage of surf shops here in PB. This is South Coast. They've been around forever. Most of these surf shops are also going to have rental boards. You're going to want, and they'll also recommend, if you're new, to get an 8 or 9 foot board. The last thing you want to do is try to go buy some cheap 6 foot board at a thrift store or something and try to get out on the waves. You'll just get frustrated, and it'll be near impossible to learn on that size of a board. So get yourself a big longboard, preferably one of these soft boards, and just get out there and have fun, and you know, move up to the short, fast boards once you become better. So I keep saying Pacific Beach is a party area, and it is. I would say, you know, 80% of the kids going to college in San Diego, they live in Pacific Beach. They also work as bartenders and cocktail waitresses and all these beach bars and all. So they're going to be coming and going all hours of the day and night. They might get home at 3 in the morning, and that's when they're going to start wash or, you know, clean up their apartment. Most of these people are super respectful and all, but if you're going to live in these complexes with a lot of these young people, you can't be complaining that there's a little bit of noise at 3 in the morning. It just comes with the territory. But if you're looking for just a fun beach area, and you don't care if there's wetsuits on the fence and surfboards laying all over the lawn, well, then come on down here and check out Pacific Beach to live or visit. The other area of PB, well, there's a couple of areas. There's an area over by Interstate 5. Yeah, don't live over there. There's really not a whole lot going on, and you'll just be coming down to the beach area and taking a $10 Uber every time you go out. So stay away from living over there by the freeway. The other consideration is Mission Beach. Mission Beach is it's basically a part of Pacific Beach, but it's its own city. Mission Beach is definitely 24/7. There are people that aren't young, you know, they're my age in their 50s, that are still up all night doing who knows what. That's just Mission Beach. We'll take a walk down there. That's where the roller coaster is, and surf bars like the Pennant and Beachcomber. What else is down there? The Coaster Bar. There's all kinds of little beach bars down there. But Mission Beach, I could live in Pacific Beach, no problem. Even the people in Pacific Beach that are partying all night, you know, they think, you know, Mission Beach is kind of over the top at times. But we'll take a look around. All right, so this is the Mission Beach section of PB. This is the boardwalk, and this is the one block of homes. There's Mission Boulevard that brings you from PB down to South Mission, and it's just one block of homes on this side, Mission Boulevard, and one block of homes on the other. They're just little like beach houses, very expensive to own, not cheap to rent either. But you'll have this boardwalk, and it's a winter day. It's kind of a cold, gloomy day. Nobody's on the beach, but this beach is normally packed. This boardwalk is normally packed, and then people like to just, you know, hang out and light up the barbecues here and all. So this is Mission Beach. So at the end of Pacific Beach in South Mission is Belmont Park and the old wooden roller coaster, the Big Dipper. Everything's all closed up right now with the health crisis going on, but this is a pretty fun part of Pacific Beach. Across the way, the Barbecue Burger. That's the Coaster Saloon. And up the way is the Sandbar. These are great bars, and then right there, that's the beach. It's the Hyatt right across the street from SeaWorld on Mission Bay, and this is Quivira Basin. If you want to go deep sea fishing or diving, right across the street from SeaWorld on Mission Bay's Quivira Basin here in Pacific Beach, this is the place to come. Whenever I'm over here in Quivira Basin, 7 boats in, that's my old boat. I sold it right there in that slip in the year 2000 or 1999, and it's still sitting there, the one with the black mast. I lived on that boat right there. You're technically not supposed to live on your boat in Mission Bay because it's a state park, but I was the dock captain, so they looked the other way to, you know, have somebody on the pier keeping an eye on things. So a big part of San Diego and Pacific Beach is SeaWorld. Again, it's all closed up with the health crisis going on. But when you come to Pacific Beach, most people stop on by SeaWorld here on Mission Bay. These are the cable cars for SeaWorld, and off there are the different big pools. And SeaWorld also has its own little marina here on Mission Bay. Another part of town here in Pacific Beach you might want to consider is the Crown Point area. This is where I carry mail. In fact, that's my route, those buildings at the end of the road there. It's a little bit more mellow over here on Crown Point. It'll be a hard bicycle ride to all the bars on Garnett, but you could do it. I'd guess 15 blocks. But you'll find a lot of quiet apartments over here. Yeah, I kicked myself. This condo where these two guys are standing, it was $160,000, I want to say in 1998. And I was like, oh, that's way too much money. I ended up buying a condo for $80,000 over in the Old Town area. That little condo now, it's a studio apartment, but right on Mission Bay. I think I saw it for sale, I want to say $690,000, and that's probably an old price. So that shows what an idiot I am. I could have had that condo for $160. I thought that was too much money, and it was a lot of money back in 1999. So those are some of the decisions I make.